a little bit of a reason.
Scraping the front door.
That's from the window back there. Apologize. That's not a halo over my head. That's light from the banjo. Oh well. I think you can see me good enough. I'll have to fix that. Sun just happens to be behind that window. Anyway, given just a few seconds for folks who want to sign on and listen to this. Otherwise, folks can watch this live stream later. Just want to answer some questions, and instead of sending out individual emails and texts and everything, just to let everyone know, unless you hear otherwise, to our BBF locals online, we do plan on having our service Sunday morning. Sunday school we call open Bible study at 10 a.m. and the regular service meeting at 11 a.m. But we are going to, first of all, encourage anybody who doesn't feel comfortable being around people right now. I personally think this is overblown unless you are elderly and or have some pre-existing condition. If you're on chemotherapy, something like that, this virus is not deadly for most people, other than that subgroup. It's about the same as the flu. Most people get it and they don't even have serious symptoms. Some do, but they get better. But again, from all the information we're being given from trusted sources, this coronavirus is dangerous for the same people who should stay away from the flu, the regular H1N1 or whatever version of the flu virus is going around every year. So if you fall into that group, we would encourage you to stay home. Don't go to the grocery stores, that kind of thing where you're around a bunch of people. Otherwise, we're going to ask folks who do come just to, no physical contact, the shaking of hands and hugging and everything. We'll live without it for a little while till we can get past this whole thing. We're going to ask if anybody has any symptoms, whether it's a runny nose, cough, you feel achy, certainly if you have a fever. If we see somebody come to BBF looking like that, we're going to ask them to go home, and we're going to do it as nice as we can. We're not going to run people out with torches or anything like that, but just have some common sense, folks. If you feel sick, stay home. You shouldn't be going not only to BBF, you shouldn't be going anywhere. And you don't, even if you don't have the coronavirus, even if the year, if this were 1990 and I were talking to you, if you have any of those symptoms, you should stay home. You don't want to spread your germs to everybody. So really, we're just asking people to take the same precautions they would every year during flu season, and encourage you to stay home again if you don't feel comfortable. We have a few people that are on kind of that borderline of people who might want to stay home, but I'm leaving that up to them. And I'm one of those who could be considered in that category with my chronic lung disease, COPD. And I just keep away from people. I went into a store not too long ago, and the lady was hacking. Oh, it was Walmart. Lady was hacking and coughing and carrying on. So, and I saw her down the aisle, and so I just went the other way and checked out and left. That's just, this is good advice, I believe, for anybody at any time, whether it's coming to BBF or not. I'm not an expert, and I'm not going to take questions about the coronavirus. But I just will tell you that this is something we should pray about, because whether or not it becomes as serious as we're being led to believe. Most of what we're seeing so far is just panic. There's no evidence that having toilet paper protects you from the coronavirus, but all over the country and in areas like where we're at, people have emptied the stores of toilet paper. They're scared to death they're not going to be able to wipe if this thing gets out of hand or something. It's just crazy how people respond. I've told people for years, you should have extra food. You should have canned foods, boxed foods. You should have some extra paper products, including toilet paper, so that something like this happens, you don't have to worry about getting stuck in need of anything. But now's not the time to go out there and try to stock up because the stores are running short on a lot of things. At BBF, we're going to provide, we have little Purex hand wipes, and we'll encourage you to, wash your hands and all the things we're being told that is common sense that people, common sense is not common. So we have to repeat those things. Otherwise, as I said, keep this in prayer. There are some who believe that the way this is being handled, it's not that coronavirus isn't real. We're not saying that. It is real. But the way this is being handled, one might think that they're using this as a way to try to hurt our economy so they can get rid of our president who stands for the rights of the unborn, stands against socialism, stands against the Democrat socialist agenda. It might look that way. We can't prove it, but that's something to pray about. And otherwise, stay alert, but don't believe everything you see and hear. There's all kinds of people on, first of all, the news media, they do what they do so that they can get ratings. And so all the news channels, including Fox News and Fox Business and Newsmax and all these we've been watching on our dish satellite system, all of them are playing it up. My wife will yell at the TV every once in a while because they'll spout these statistics and they'll do it in a way to try to scare people. Why are they doing that? 1 Timothy 6:10 says the love of money is the root of all evil, and the ratings is about money. Ratings is about ads and money. And if they can keep you watching, then they make more money. And so turn it off. Get enough news so you know what's going on and turn it off. Don't reward them for trying to scare everybody to death. And be careful about your sources and where you get information. A lot of these guys on YouTube are whack jobs, and they too just want you to click so they'll get the ads and the ad revenue. And even if they don't get ad revenue, they want you to go to their website and they'll sell you things like Jimmy Baker and others are trying to sell things, colloidal silver and things to making claims they can't substantiate. You want to take colloidal silver? Not saying not to. Does it cure coronavirus? There's no evidence of that. And so just use your brain, use common sense. And those of you who want to be with us tomorrow locally, we'll be there, Lord willing, and the church don't rise. Otherwise, those of you who aren't local, we will have the live stream up, Lord willing, and you can join us live by live stream. That's all we've got on that, and just keep this all in prayer and look up. Our redemption draweth nigh. It's getting crazy, folks. God bless you all.